Last time on Dice Funk.
Let's say that maybe that'll work for now, but there will be consequences to consuming your gem, which is you, for your spell.
Oh, fuck.
If you're going to do it.
Okay.
But, I mean, that could just lead to more interesting story things. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I'm into it. Yeah, okay.
All right, so who wants to do some trust falls?
Is it an important part of Korvok's character that he's a terrible judge of character, and that's how you ended up following Vimble?
Yeah, that is actually, yes.
Okay, good.
He's very gullible, very bad judge of character. Also loves group bonding exercises and trust building exercises.
I am gonna be really honest with you, team. I vote up for entirely gay reasons. And I'm hoping my just being honest with you will count for something.
I understand honest, but I feel like I'm confused. What's gay?
Yeah, everybody close your eyes. I'm gonna show a video of my 5th birthday. I asked for Ninja Turtles, but they made it Battle Royale, so everyone had to kill each other for my honor. It's not what I wanted at all. Anyway, here it is.
That's quite a window into Peter's childhood.
I'd be pretty fucking hypnotized if that was playing in front of me.
It's just a bunch of 5-year-old demons murdering each other. And I'm crying on a throne.
And then it scuttles closer, and it actually has the appearance of an insect, but made of blades, basically. This thing is just sharp all over. Basically has scimitars for legs. It has large crushing pincers. Even its back section is ends in a tipped blade.
Animal handling.
You can offer my greatsword, I think.
No. I'm offering my dagger because this is my little boy.
If you choose to bond with this, Peter, I will give you additional information.
We're bonding.
Okay.
A spiky boy who just wants love? Absolutely.
All I know is every time I try to talk to the trees tell me of the horrors of existence and death, and
maybe they're just depressed.
That's all I've got.
In addition to who this was made for, what their creator was a god of, remember that somewhere there's a sarcophagus with something in it.
Huh.
And that's what he said, winking. So what happens is this cube of meat illusion you make, Peter, kind of, squishes. What's the word I'm even looking for? Squishes by some of the...
Squelches.
Yeah, squelches by some of the trees here. And you see one of the tree's roots kind of very slowly... you know how Venus flytraps move? Mm-hmm. It's just a very... There is a response, it's going to grasp the illusion, but it's not moving with a predator speed when the root moves through the illusion, because it's not physical. The roots just kind of stop and settle back down and no longer move.
Oh, sorry, it was fake meat. I'm really sorry. Also, hi.
Is that Gail?
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. Take a chance, we start to dance, can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses. We can feel the heat, the chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning down. But we're a bonfire. I keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire. I keep putting in.
So earlier, my girlfriend walked in on me looking at pictures of Ray Romano, and it was I got caught watching porn. It was humiliating.
I would just be no, it's porn. I saw switch to porn.
Just have another porn window up so I can switch to at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
Everybody loves jerking it to Raymond.
Yeah. No, I mean, that would explain why you're, naked and sweaty, too. And, to be clear, I'm not implying that you're, masturbating to Ray Romano. I'm saying that that's what his image does to someone.
Takes their clothes off?
Well, you will need to take your clothes off. It raises your internal body temperature, not in again, not in a sexual way. I cannot stress that enough. It is just a.
Here's the thing, not in a fear-based way either, just a medical way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like your immune system is like
it's
fighting
just a
it
precise. He has a really specific surgical effect on the body.
In the Roll20, I have the setup of the race, and I was trying to think of what image to use for Pets LLC, and then I realized I didn't have a Ray icon, so now Ray Romano is your team.
Fantastic. My favorite
That's
boy.
why I'm so sweaty.
Cool.
That explains
I've
it.
never been so happy to be Ray Romano.
Last we left the adventure. After 19 episodes, half of the season, one assumes, you have caught up with Gail the harpy, the character that Juniper has been harboring a crush on all season. And now it's time for the romantic montage of holding hands, skipping through a field, other romantic things, one assumes. Go to a malt shop, you have a 1 cup, 2 straws.
Exactly.
Can it be like in Twilight where you just stare at each other's eyes in a field, not saying anything?
I mean, only if I'm allowed to, gently sparkle, and that's supposed to be ominous.
Did Austin carefully say 1 cup, 2 straws instead of 2 straws, 1 cup?
Here's the thing. Gail is a harpy. I don't know all their mating rituals. I assume bird adjacent, they involve dancing. So Juniper, the ball's really in your court.
I mean, look, I'm imagining Gail's doing a lot of wings are very big. That seems like a bird thing. I don't know much more than that other than wings are big.
Has Gail cleared a patch of ground of all debris?
For the nest.
I mean, look, an impromptu nest seems like a cute date idea, you know? I found some twigs.
Moving a little fast there, Juniper. back the U-Haul up a little bit. I don't know where we're at nest right now. No, but the environment where this meeting is taking place is very important. Let me establish it again. You've entered a new biome. This one is at a much higher elevation. So you entered through a tunnel. You worked your way through all of these dark corridors while you were being basically surrounded by giant metal ants, love bugs as we've deemed them. Although it turned out they weren't actually dangerous. So that was an interesting twist. And then they led you to the surface of the ecosystem, which is a beautiful verdant area with these big colorful trees, and the wind is constantly blowing gently and swirling these leaves around, and so it's almost like a manicured kind of garden space that you're having this meeting at.
The trees that I am suspicious of fuck off still.
Yeah, which I had no idea this is going to turn out, but from the jump you were suspicious of, because every time you try to speak with them you are visited by visions of blood and gore. If you don't recall, to reestablish, it's been a while, Gail has a guitar on her back. This is her arcane focus, which she does her weather magic. She's a meteorologist, and she is doing experiments on weather. You were actually guided here by a spore cloud, which last you spoke, she said she would use to signal you. So what's your opener? Let's do the engagement farming tweet. You see a harpy lady with a guitar. How do you open?
Nice spore cloud you got there.
Juniper, you were supposed to start with something that would knock her off balance and lower her self-esteem. Dang it.
Kick her in the knees.
You haven't been taking the lessons at all seriously.
Hey, look, spore cloud, that's definitely a plant, I'll argue. That's a good opener, right?
Yeah, correct her on something right away.
Women love that. It's my experience.
Never tell her your name.
Start an argument and then she has to reply.
Don't go to a second location. What are we talking about?
If a woman asks you questions, you don't legally have to answer unless you're being detained.
Yeah. I mean, in general, you should never talk to women unless you have your lawyer present.
If you ask if she's a woman, she has to tell you. Wait, no, that's a bad thing.
You know what's a romantic first date activity? Telling me all of the super cool ways you know to like super speed us to the front of a race.
God, that is so romantic.
Yeah. I like as like a good first date question, just being like, what's the worst thing you've ever done?
In response to you saying spore cloud, Gail turns her head around like almost 180 degrees. She has a very long, flexible neck to look at it. And she says, Juniper, you wouldn't believe the readings. They're so wacky.
How wacky we talking?
You have to. She just like excitedly grabs onto your wrist and starts pulling you away from the group, who is like still on Scorpion, and basically starts flying, just moving very excitedly, and is going to forcibly split the party unless acted upon.
Juniper isn't going to act on this.
Okay, yeah, you get the QTE prompt to like grab the railing, and you just let it go. And you
Like, the prompt's there for quite a long time. Like, I had to actively ignore that prompt.
Yeah, and you are basically whisked through the air, and the fresh blossoms like brushing past your cheeks. The air itself smells really sweet and nice. You see all these colorful trees: pink, yellow, purple, red leaves. It's a wild assortment, and they're like below you as you're sailing, and you can actually see over like the cliff back into the swamp. In the distance is the swamp ecosystem where she's going back towards, and you're like, oh my god, I am so high up. This is wild.
This is higher than I can jump. I'm not used to this. Jump height is the top.
Yeah, she zooms down, bringing you kind of to a skidding stop near her weather machine. You've encountered one of these before. Vimble took it apart to make weather grenades.
Oh, yes.
So it's a kind of a squat, kind of almost looks like a electrical generator, you know, that we have in our time and world, but like with weird crystal in it. And it is the thing emitting these spore clouds. And this is like what she's bringing to show you. Before we get back to that, what does the rest of the party do? What does Pants for Pets LLC, or how I should say, what does Pants for Pets LLC, the band, do? I have to keep reminding myself that actually you're a band, and that's the name of the band.
Dio looks blankly as the swooping away happens.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Gotta follow the gay.
I feel like Korvok now we've got like more people here wants to we need to like integrate this group, so he's like Korvok's gonna be hey, no going off on your own. Let's all form a circle. We need to like learn each other's names. He's like holding like one of his swords like menacingly.
Dio holds Korvok's hand and says, "What do you want me to learn about your name?"
We just it's not safe to have people like wandering off on their own. We need to form a circle and then do some sort of like clap focus situation. Everyone needs to say their name and 3 facts about themselves.
Dio gestures Ray to start coming closer to form a circle around Korvok.
Yeah, if Dio takes one of Korvok's hands, Ray takes the other, and you are electrocuted for 2 damage.
Sick.
I took off. I don't have any shoes on actually, and then I grab both your hands and I ground the electricity, so no one takes any more damage.
It going to the ground is how you take the damage.
Oh fuck! Never
You
mind.
want to have the shoes on.
Oh, all right. I keep
otherwise
my
the-
shoes
the
on.
circuit
I
won't
do
go.
whatever it is scientifically that makes it so we don't get shocked.
Jump in the air and don't touch anything.
Peter, the electricity understander, logs on and takes 4 damage. Oh, that's
We're all
great.
just trying to hold hands.
Everyone, get in the circle and get shocked by electricity. It's a team building exercise.
Okay.
Juniper's gonna come back and everyone's gonna be dead.
So it's safer to sit here and get electrocuted than to just hang out?
Oh, now we're gonna have 19 episodes of just Juniper going on a science trip. Gonna go learn shit about plants.
The original premise of the season is gonna happen now, where you and the rest of the research team just do research.
Hey, Korvok, Korvok? Fuck. Shit. I do need to learn your name.
My name's Korvok. I like pizza, and I've never been in a airplane.
First of all, what's an airplane? Second of all, do you know how to make swords?
Do I know how to... Wait, sorry, what was that?
Do you know how to make a sword?
No, not really, no.
Oh, okay.
All right. So as Pants for Pets LLC stands in a circle trading fun factoids about each other and getting electrocuted, Juniper, Gail starts showing you that basically the way the wind is blowing doesn't match up to the reading she's getting on her machine. She shows you like, oh, the spores are clearly moving west, but like this little dial says they're moving north. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. This whole place is a lot. I went to a forest where it rained upward. That was weird. The trees where I saw you a second ago, they're all just like screaming and thinking of bloodlust. Everything's wild.
Yeah, it's fun. It's kind of like a fun little puzzle trying to figure out what's going on in each new area. Do you know what this place's theme is? Do you know who's in charge here? Or I guess their body part?
I don't know. No. It is a fun little puzzle. It's the kind of place where it'd be really great to slow down and really take in everywhere we went, huh?
Yeah. Did you see the ghost? The ghost that says, like, oh, if we get to the end of the world, there's, like, a bad guy and we gotta fight him?
Oh, yeah, you can make your own little pocket of the world if you go to the end of the world one.
Korvok's like, hey, chatty Cathies, you either join the trust circle, or shh. And then like goes like it turns back to Peter and is like, no, I don't know how to make a sword. That's another fact about me.
They're 5.5 miles away from the cart.
His hearing is really good. Okay.
After like listening to all the gossip at school, he's gotten really good at reading lips.
But yeah. Are you heading for it, or are you hanging out with these cool mushrooms?
Well, yeah, I have to get to the edge because we're going to be like the first people ever to do that, and we'll be rich and famous. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy Calthinian University. I'm going to fire his parents.
I mean, I'd be very on board with this plan.
Where did he go, by the way? Wasn't he with you?
Oh, we sent him back to the university. I'm trying to remember the exact specifics. I think he currently thinks he's a baby.
He's always been a baby.
Yeah, but like, you didn't see. It got real.
Okay, I don't have time to unpack that, but it seems like I think I'm gonna probably sit out like actually trying to kill a traitor god. That seems intense. I don't know. My bones are hollow, and that seems bad for my health.
I was on that team with the whole like I see a threat, I run the fuck away. Turns out I might be invincible. I'm not sure.
And when you say you're invincible, Gail, spins the electric guitar around. She's not plugged into an amp, but it's a magic guitar. You see it says Ilona Industries on it, and she does a power chord in your direction, and a fucking lightning bolt just strikes you full on, Juniper.
Oh, a lightning bolt, you say?
Uh-huh.
That is a very convenient thing to be hit with for trying to look cool in this moment. Electricity immunity ring activate.
I mean, you said you're immune, so yeah, this is it's an extremely cool thing that happens for you. You look really sick.
I'm very cool that I look very cool, and that this wasn't, oh, you're invincible, fireball to the face.
I mean, it's also very funny that like if like my date was like, if I was like, yeah, I'm really strong, my date was like, oh yeah, and like pushed me in front of a car, I wouldn't be like, oh, so embarrassing.
But imagine if you broke both your knees and she was like, why did you lie?
Yeah.
Do you think that's how you start a relationship, Sam? By lying? What you tell me right now is foundational.
Jesus. But yeah, she's a meteorologist who uses an electric guitar. I don't know what other element she would summon to test your vulnerabilities.
Beautiful.
In the distance, Pants for Pets.
I mean,
you see a lightning bolt.
If she had joined the circle, then she wouldn't have to because she would have built the trust not to need to electrocute someone. I'm just saying.
Dio says, I'm Dio, and based on what I've heard, there is a god who I exist to destroy, probably.
Wow. Ray says, yeah, like, I think I'm probably going to befriend the god. Like, just, I don't want to be a conformist and just do what other people do, Just, like, I want to make decisions for myself.
I think that's pretty cool, Ray.
You can befriend them for all of 10 seconds before I bust out my sweet kung fu.
Oh, shit, you know kung fu?
Maybe.
Fuck.
Korvok sees the lightning bolt and he's like, "This is why I said not to wander off." And then breaks the trust circle to like run off towards the lightning bolt to see what's going on.
But now you're wandering off.
Peter sees the lightning bolt and calmly counts until they hear a thunder, so they can know how many miles away it is.
How many seconds does it take?
There is no thunder because this is a magic spell and not an actual phenomenon of the clouds.
Okay, well, Peter continues to count, waiting for the thunder.
6 episodes from now, still counting.
Yeah, still 3,082.
For the record, if it's a magic spell, it makes lightning but doesn't make thunder. It's a shitty spell.
Damn. It's what's funny is we actually have had this conversation a number of times on the show because thunder and lightning damage are 2 different types of damage and they're often confused. People are differently resistant or weak to one but not the other. So you'd be surprised how often that comes up.
Awesome.
Yep. So Korvok, are you taking Scorpion and everyone in the party in that direction or are you just running?
Yeah, no, I'm bringing everyone in the party in that direction, yeah.
Peter jumps in the thingy and still counting.
Can everyone roll me perception here while you are traveling?
7.
Ooh.
22.
16 and 22 succeeds. I'm going to say Peter, as the scorpion starts moving after where Juniper is, where that lightning bolt came from, you actually see off to your side something dart behind a tree. There's some kind of living creature, not one of the love bugs. There's something else up here on the surface.
Hey, buddy. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Do you? Okay, so the scorpion's moving past. What are you doing?
I'm just hello. Hi. Just saying hi. Hello.
You do not hear. There's no response. There's no verbal response to that.
We're missing out on meeting some kind of cool fungus guy, and I'm so annoyed.
I use prestidigitation to every time I need it. I'm just gonna have Sophie say it for me.
You can just say Sophie. I'll say it. It's fine.
Yeah, Sophie, I need you.
Prestidigitation.
I make a shower of sparks to see if I can see them with the shower of sparks at them.
You shoot a shower of sparks into a tree as Scorpion passes it by, but no response is forthcoming. Korvok's going to continue.
I'm jumping off.
All right. Anyone else?
There's the mystery afoot. Come on, gang.
No, I just kind of watch it jump off.
All right. Peter jumps off Scorpion. Juniper, you see the look on Gail's face is like pure ecstasy at seeing you being struck by lightning and unfazed. Extremely excited about this development. We can test all kinds of things. Can I get you up real high?
Right now, lightning is the only one I am confident about. But I mean, I wasn't confident about lightning until I started just, like, getting struck by lightning a bunch, so, like, we can start with small drops and, like, increase them over time. Build up to a big drop.
What do you think about hail? What's the prognosis? I'm thinking grapefruit size, but we'll work our way up.
I mean, I'm fairly small. I'm thinking that, like, I could dodge the hail and then, like, bounce from hail to hail with the big legs. That seems reasonable, right? Be like jumping through the air like some kind of anime character.
You never know if it's reasonable until you test it. That's what science is all about.
That is what science is all about. What do I roll to test hopping from piece of hail to hail?
Nature?
4.
Yeah, not good. You're like, yeah, I could jump from hail to hail. And Gail plays a different song, just like switches up the vibe of it from like heavy metal for lightning to like chill beats to study to somehow. And suddenly it starts hailing, and you're going to take 1 damage as you start getting bonked with hail, and then you realize that's not going to be anything, and you can just run out from under the hail.
Okay, not that one. Not that one. I'm really glad that I bodied your cool lightning and I look cool now. So at least when, like, the next thing's not my thing, you can at least remember that I took a lightning bolt to the chest and was fine, because I'm cool.
Gail says, so yeah, I was talking with the other people in the research team about like what we'd want if we get to the edge of the world first. And, you know, Walter wants to make a big lake, and Buddy wants to make basically like a super zoo, or I guess the animals be free, not really a zoo. What's the word for that? I don't know. That's not my area of expertise. I didn't
Nature house?
Nature house, yeah. I said like, oh, I guess I'd want to study a bunch of weather, but like between you and me, like I'm just trying to pay the bills here. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a scholarship, so I don't actually know if that's what I'd want. That feels like bringing your work home with you.
I mean, I said the cliche thing, I guess. I you know, big nice garden. No one fucking with any of the plants, but like, honestly, just this whole place up here is fucking beautiful. And I want to know that there's a bit of all this that isn't going to eventually just get fucked over by whoever ends up coming up here.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen, right? Like, I can make some kind of cool... I was thinking, because where I'm from, there's not a lot of food, and it's pretty bad. So I was thinking, like, what if I made an ecosystem where, like, food was everywhere and growing all the time, and it was really easy to get? And then I was like, oh, someone's just going to come over and use swords to, like, guard it and stop people from taking it. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Like, I've been thinking, like, what if I had a little corner that was plants, but the plants could, like, you know, fight back if anyone tried to fuck them up? Because, like, right now, plants, you know, most of them got very little in the way of self-defense skills. You got the little fly trap one, but that's not going to take out, you know, much.
And poison's too late. You're already eaten.
I just want a bit of this place that can stay nice. And not just be like, oops, it turns out we can chop whatever this tree is down and sell it for this thing, and oops, it's all...
You want a national park? Is that what it is?
I mean, basically, I think that's... that is a vision of what Juniper is pitching. Just, hey, and just magically not allowed to fuck with this bit.
Do you think it's, like, shallow for me to want to be the most famous, richest explorer of all time and just go back and stunt on everybody?
Oh, no, not at all. I respect the fact that you are the first person up here who I can think of who has had just... No, I just want nice things for me.
I think Red does too, but Red does not want to go back. Red wants to have all that power up here, and Gail wants to like take it home back to like the harpy community. So there's a minor, but I think a crucial difference there.
It's real sad being back down there where all of the plants are being used for something. No one's really respecting any of the stuff down there, and I just want a nice bit.
Scorpion pulls up at this point in the conversation.
Korvok's going to like jump and like tackle both of them, and then like not like to like hurt them, but then to just like get them down to like safety as he like, you know, sort of like crouches above them with like both swords drawn.
Sure. I'm gonna do a dex save here to see something. 13. Okay. Yeah, she falls in such a way not to get hurt, but also doesn't hit the weather machine they were speaking next to, which could have done something unfortunate.
It's not safe here. This is why we don't leave the group. You got struck by lightning and hail.
Oh no, I got to look cool by being struck by lightning, and we were testing whether I'm also a badass with hail as well. Turns out no, it's just the lightning for now.
There's nothing cool about flaunting safety.
No, but if I had successfully leapt from hailstone to hailstone, it would have looked sick as fuck.
Ray turns to you, Dio, and just says, which one of them is right? This argument thing is so stressful. I feel like they both should have to be right, you know?
Yeah, it feels like your crystal's gonna shatter into a million little pieces.
Peter, you jumped off Scorpion a while back. Why don't you roll for me survival as you peek around one of the big colorful trees here? There are some tracks, but you don't immediately see any person or thing.
Hello? Hey.
6.
Oops, I fell down.
Is my buddy with me? He is. My buddy, they are.
Love Bug is with you, yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
You rolled a 6, so you're going to take... Nope, that's wrong. That was 1 damage. Let me just do that again, actually. Let me see. You take... I rolled 1. You take 1 damage as you peek around the tree, and you're like looking at the tracks, and the roots of the tree kind of crawl around your ankle and start like trying to suck you in, basically. It's a very slow Venus flytrap kind of situation, but it does hurt to like yank yourself free.
Oh, sorry there, tree buddy. Hold on. Oh, ow. Okay. No, thank you.
As you do that, you kind of like, pull your leg out and you fall to one knee. The love bug is next to you, like chittering its metal pincers together. And you turn and you see that what you had spotted earlier is back, and it's actually joined by several friends. And you are face to face with 4 Bryans.
Oh, that's the victory bell?
Yes, this is a kind of a creature with plant features. It's like a vulture in the ecosystem. You saw it before, which does resemble the Pokemon Victory Bell, and we discussed its big mouth part. There are 4 of them. They're very large, but also...
I think the way we settled on it before, it would be said 4 of Brian, right?
Yeah, for Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as octopus.
Correct. But Brian aren't native to this ecosystem. So far, you've seen, it seems like the animals are hesitant to leave the place created specifically for them. For example, when you fled from the jungle, the mittens stopped their pursuit. It's not that they can't leave, like you have brought animals across state lines so far, obviously, but that's an interesting thing you notice.
Huh.
I have my lug bug help me take off one of my flesh feet, revealing a hoof, and I throw my flesh foot at the Brian.
Oh yeah, the Brian snaps it up greedily, and the other 3 like push forward. They also want to be fed.
Okay, I cut off. Okay, you know what? I'm just taking off my flesh pants. I'm having Love Bug cut it up, and I'm throwing it at the Brian. I'm fully me now.
This is very cute.
This is great. Yeah, for Brian.
There's a blur where my crotch is.
Oh, okay.
It's there.
You're a demon. I think you can magically summon modesty pants. I think the monster manual says
I make them real quick.
Yeah.
I make them really quick with my disguise kit. Slap together some cool pants. I was gonna make them assless chaps because those are the most evil pants, but I held back.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask you to elaborate on why assless chaps are the most evil pants.
I don't think that she needs to.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, Austin. Come on. Like, I can't
Read
say
a
on
goddamn
the radio.
book, Austin.
Yeah, come on.
All chaps are assless, he says, knowing we're gonna get comments. Yeah, you have pants in your disguise kit, no problem. You are now fully Peter, which is exciting. The Brian finished eating Zana's rotten flesh and all like happily kind of nudge up to you. This isn't vulture behavior. I'm just thinking like they're just like happy to see you, you know, like that was cool of you. Then they're here. What do you do?
They're full now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, buddies. What's up?
Roll animal handling.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, not
I don't
bad.
like the way I pet them.
Yeah, when you reach out and pet them, they do shy away a little bit. They're like, nah, we're not that close yet. I imagine a vulture would not be excited about you petting them. But yeah, there it's not a negative effect. You didn't succeed, but nothing bad happens. They're just like not really open to physical affection. They're happy and they're around you, and they don't seem like they're gonna hurt you. And you're now free of the tree. So. Peter, that's where you are. Back to Pants for Pets, like the ominous scene of like Peter chasing someone through the forest, getting almost eaten by a tree, and then it's just like, oh nope, animals.
Hi, Gail. I'm Dio, and I have never been on a roller coaster, but I just found out that that's a thing that. Hey, Korvok, what's a roller coaster?
When you draw attention to Korvok, Gail finally does look at our Goliath friend and say, "Aren't you the groundskeeper from Kelthinian University?"
Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple jobs. I'm now I now work for Pants for Pets LLC as I guess a bass player.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, Gail has a guitar. We've established Juniper's on drums. Peter's on war gong. Everyone's got a fucking instrument. This is sick. Mm-hmm. She seems psyched about that and says, I'm glad you got out of there, buddy. That place fucking sucks. It's a prison. I learned that in my philosophy course. That's really all I retained.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty chill. I didn't really have to do anything. I could basically it was just alone with my thoughts. I wasn't really allowed to go home. They sort of gave me a place to stay on campus, and I couldn't leave there, but I could just hang out in that room, exercise. There's a library. Yeah, it does sound a lot like a prison, actually.
Yeah. Ray says, I don't know what a prison is, but it sounds bad. I'm against it.
They let you take supervised breaks in the yard.
We should make sure there aren't any up here.
Hello, Gail. I'm Ray. Do you see the cool dead bodies in the tunnels?
Korvok's gonna be very patiently, Ray, say 3 things about yourself. Don't be rude.
I'm Ray. My hands are liquid metal. My Dio is my mother and my father and my best friend. And there are a bunch of chopped up bodies in the tunnel back there. I guess that's not really about me. It just feels like it's about me right now.
I mean, you could say, I saw some dead bodies in the tunnel, then it'd be about you.
Hey, Ray, I feel there are dead bodies. And Dio winks at Ray.
Gail says, oh, I haven't been down in the tunnels. There is kind of micro weather in subterranean environments. That's not really my area of expertise. Why are there dead bodies in the tunnels?
Okay, that's 2 things about yourself. Give us one more.
I am going to peck out your eyes. It's a fun fact about me.
I'm going to keep reminding everyone, could it be anything to do with the fact that the trees want everyone dead? Maybe. It's a complicated thing. The trees are full of death.
Yeah, I have noticed that as well. I've gotten there's some evil stuff around here. So that's that's why we all need to stay as a group. I'm glad that we're a group now. We're all together here. No one's wandering off again.
Also, I said peck. Obviously, I don't have a beak. I'm a harpy, not a aarakocra. It's just a idiomatic expression. Adjust your mental image accordingly.
I will.
Okay, good. I have a regular mouth for kissing.
Hell yeah, you do.
I feel that's deeply rude to aarakocras who are entirely kissable.
That's true. I do like the idea that harpies and aarakocra have a rivalry about how kissable they are, though. It's a thing they tease each other about. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. I will say, last episode, you came to a kind of fork in the tunnel. There was up, which was where you went, and that's how you got up on the surface. There was down, and there was straight ahead. And also the love bug told Peter, or communicated to Peter through their soul bond, that there is a hive and the queen of the love bugs. So that gives you a number of places to look and explore. Also, you all know Peter's missing from the group, so I mean, that's
Korvok has not realized that.
And we haven't,
hilarious.
And we have no reason to think that the skeleton of this place, the whatever body part of this place, has been found yet.
Dio has a generally whack as hell sense of danger because the people who've been around them since they became conscious have just been coming and going very irresponsibly, but it's just normal life.
So there's a lot of things are on the table here as far as what to do next. There's mysteries on mysteries. You're all kind of standing at the edge of this ecosystem, and you can see the swamp below. And I think you actually see like Sprinkles, like it's down there doing something, like flying away.
So we should probably work out where Peter is, and I'm guessing maybe check if there's some cool body stuff to find in here. And
wait a sec, Peter's gone.
Yeah, I assumed you knew?
Alright, everyone link hands. Let's go, we'll all go and find him.
Okay, everyone links hands. Who wants to take the lightning damage? I guess Juniper's immune, so he...
Can I not take the lightning damage? Can I just tank it?
Of course, yeah. You could take what you like. Someone else goes for the hand, and you jump in front, and you're like stupid idiots.
I mean, yes, but also I have Gail on the other side, of course.
So Peter, you're sitting with the Brian. They're like kind of cuddling up to you. You're petting them. They don't love that, and that's how the group finds you as the scorpion rolls up.
I was kind of hoping to take my mushrooms and go on a vision quest to get a sword, but this is cool too.
I've heard this about you. I've heard that this is a desire of yours. I think we'll get there. I think we're in the middle of something.
I can't take my drugs and go on a vision quest to get a sword.
Yeah, like as we approach, like Korvok's like, no more wandering off.
Whoa, dude, chill out. You're gonna freak out the Brian, alright?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there were Brians.
Brian, please, respect their name.
Okay, I mean, we need to do a name game if I'm sorry, but I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the situation.
Okay, I'm Peter. I like to befriend animals and find drugs. My name is Peter.
Well, I know your name. I didn't know the Brian.
What's the Brian?
Was the fact that your name is Peter, was that 2 of your 3 facts about yourself?
Yes.
I'm Peter and I'm Peter.
You all start doing fucking team building exercises again, and Gail says, "Someone said something about chopped up bodies."
Yeah, look, I've learned at this point it's easier to just indulge the thing before we move on. Like, trying to stop the thing is just going to make it more of a thing.
And like Korvok's gonna be like, you don't have the energy ball, and then he's gonna like clap towards Gail.
Excuse me?
The energy ball?
Yeah, like it's like, you have to have the like energy ball be like the person, like like those games where you like clap your hands and like do it in like a direction, and then like that's the team building exercise we're doing.
I feel like I'm at JCC summer camp.
So Dio understands the energy ball gesture not as a metaphor, but as a visual instruction, and casts chromatic orb. So Dio goes, "Oh, right," and summons a shimmering orb of acid that they sort of hold out to Korvok. Like,
Yes, you've rolled for this in the Roll20. That's 13 acid damage if anyone touches it. This is a very powerful spell, and it draws on your gem. That is you.
yes.
And he nods knowingly and makes a note of that.
And Korvok's gonna be like, all right, the floor is yours.
Oh, I don't have anything to say. Who wants the energy orb?
I do. Ray touches it, immediately takes 13 damage, and melts one of their hands off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's so great to have new friends.
Actually, they'd pull their hand out and it would be acid.
Oh, yeah. Yep, all right. But it still hurt. It still hurt a lot.
That makes sense. Becoming acid would probably hurt.
If I cast Animal Friendship level 2 on the Bryans, do you think they'll pull our cart?
Sure, if that's how you want to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast level 2, which does 2 targets. It's not all of the Bryan, but all right. So that's a Wisdom saving throw of 15.
All right, here we go.
I do a little like interpretive Bryan dance, respecting their ways. Yeah, because we can't communicate through words. We communicate through body language. I at least understand that.
Yep. You use Animal Friendship, and you hit your little gong, and 2 of the Bryan walk over to be hitched up to Scorpion. The other 2 back up as you cast magic on their friends and seem to be communicating in some way.
Uh-oh, they're upset about this.
Can I insight them or anything?
Yes, insight. Great insight.
On the way that they're talking? Cool, let's go. 20! That's a good number.
That's a very good one.
That's very good, yeah.
I like that number.
The 2 Bryan that you did not charm, Peter, those are the ones Dio fixes their gaze on. And they do seem agitated. And in fact, they seem to be, because they don't speak with words, but they're doing like gestures and, probably pheromones. And it seems like they are upset by this. And something's going on. 20. I'm trying to give you something better than that. They don't like this. I think you have. Peter has all put you in danger. Is what has happened here. And
well, since I did well, could I also roll animal handling to try to like calm them down?
I think with the 20, I will give you an additional piece of information, which is that is now off the table.
Piss.
Yeah, and something has been accelerated. Remember I said Bryan are not native here. Something else was going on, and rather than investigate that, we have moved to a new stage.
Oh,
okay.
The biome is all traps.
Well, I mean, if I found out that they don't like the Animal Friendship, I can just not do it anymore.
Well, you didn't roll insight, I will say. That's something Dio can share or not share. But
Dio, what's the vibe?
I just realized the biome is all traps, but I can't say that as Dio. Shit. They don't like what's going on, and I don't know what that means.
They don't like the friendship dance?
No. And I think the vibe is turning bad.
Oh!
I think Dio is like pacing back towards the cart and like keeping their eyes on the 2 of Bryan who are upset and trying to like talk low and calm and going like, and I think we should get on Scorpion and get out of here.
Should we let the Bryan go? I think we should let the Bryan go.
Dio just nods really slowly and deliberately.
Yeah, I let the Bryan go.
Before you can do that, Peter, 22 and 13. Do those hit?
Me? One of them do.
All right. The 2, Bryan, you did not charm, leap at you. Something about their body language changes with the 20 insight, Dio. I'm going to say that to you specifically. They both leap at you. Only one hits. 5 damage as it like latches onto your arm. We discussed that its mouth is like a pit into like acid or something before. There was some real grisly details about how these things function. And it starts trying to like dissolve your arm. The other one tries this as well, but you shake it off.
Oh! Ow.
Can I throw my chromatic orb onto the Bryan?
No.
Absolutely.
I wanted to make friends. I just wanted...
There's no time time we must... Look, I understand the desire to just make friends. It doesn't work that way. Fucking run.
I said throw. I said throw, but I kind of imagine it like holding out a chainsaw or like a fucking, I don't know, the open end of a wood chipper. Like you're just like processing this animal into like the whirling ball of acid.
Peter is unbelievably upset. It's just
And
devastated.
but Dio isn't happy either, and they're doing it going ah.
It's so horrible.
One of the Brian takes 13 acid damage from your chromatic orb, which is gone. This is not a concentration spell, so we're letting it ride your earlier roll.
Thank you.
It immediately jumps back, obviously in pain. Peter, do you release the 2 that you were harnessing to Scorpion?
Yes.
All right, you just yank the reins off of them. Juniper, I believe you said fucking run.
Yeah.
Does everyone start? Do you take off?
Get on, Scorpion. Let's get out of here.
If you try and make friends with an animal and it doesn't immediately go well, run before it can swear a vendetta.
That's the Wild West.
Vehicle proficiency, everyone. No one has it. I say knowing this, so it's raw d20s from everyone.
Okay.
What, just a raw d20?
Bet you miss your engineer now, huh?
6.
19.
19.
So Korvok and Peter jump on and immediately start. I mean, it's your animals that pull the vehicle.
This is like Korvok's like camp counselor like instincts kicking in, and as he like grabs everyone putting them like onto the cart and like getting going, being like, "This is why we stay as a group."
Is everybody on Scorpion?
No dawdling! All you do is dawdle!
Yes, Lovebug and Spider begin pulling Scorpion back down into the tunnels as the Brian kind of swarm, but they don't chase you down. As soon as they get to the mouth, because you succeeded, 19 and 19, no one else takes any more damage. They're chasing at you, but as soon as you delve back into darkness, they retreat.
Oh man, I just wanted a cool adventure. I'm sorry.
Juniper's gonna offer a hug and go, "It's okay, I understand just wanting to make friends and having a bad time."
Oh, I gave him the flesh pants.
Korvok's like very like not angry but disappointed, like arms crossed, being like, "And what did we learn today?"
That we shouldn't hold hands because it hurts.
No, stay as a group!
Gail says, "Does this happen to you often? I feel like
Yeah.
I've had nothing but a great time up here."
Oh man.
Can I swap groups? You sound chill.
We've barely gotten into any fights. Buddy found a really cool animal. It's like some kind of rhinoceros boar. It's sick.
We met that.
Yeah. You guys should try like having fun and having cool friendships and learning.
Yeah, but we were hanging out with people who would like to fight.
I learned that this cool pig with wings is the only thing that can keep me from my mortal enemy because I tried to make friends with that animal.
So Scorpion is once again traversing dark tunnels, replete with sudden pit traps. That's a thing we'll have to keep an eye out. Where are you going? I will reiterate, you know that there is a down, there is a kind of queen to the Lovebug hive, and there was a straight ahead that you'll have to get back to. Where are you going?
I vote straight ahead.
You guys want to visit the Lovebug family?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, we did learn that they're chill and that they're nice and not bad.
It's okay, little buddy. We'll come back.
Ray is giving off light as being mostly made of lightning. One hand and 2 legs are metal. One hand is acid now. But it's enough light for you all to see as you start working your way through the tunnels. You're we'll just retrace our steps to the fork and then go straight. But in this dim light, you see a shape. Let me get perceptions to see if you see the shape well in the dark.
15.
Oh, crit 26.
Ooh.
I see everything that's ever been.
Yeah, you see so well that like you don't even like see the world as it is, but as it should be.
Maybe Juniper is just getting a better view because due to the lightning immunity, she can get closer to being just like, right, I'm actually in the light having a look around. It's not in the periphery at all, it's not distracting me, it's just me and the lightning laser vision in.
She also eats a lot of carrots because she's a rabbit.
Oh, facts. That was propaganda, but yes.
Carrots are not good for rabbits. They're too high in sugar. Bad for their
Hey,
tummies.
you tell me and my sweet tooth that.
Little tummies.
Juniper, you can stand right next to Ray and look into the darkness. You see, you pass. You're going down one corridor, and you see off to the side, like one that you're passing by. So you're not going to turn that way, and you could have easily passed it by. But you look and you see a bunch of wagons. I would say 4 wagons, kind of parked in this perpendicular corridor. They're not moving. And I don't think there's any ambiguity about them being part of the Duma cult. They have about a dozen wagons that they left the farm with.
Oh, the fucking Sleagle lot.
Yep. So there's a bunch of wagons down here. It makes sense. Like everybody's going east. Everyone's going to have to go through these tunnels. Do you say or do anything about that with the crit? I'm actually going to give you more. Everyone, this is 20, 26, 15, 17. But that's what the first thing I'll give you.
Juniper's first thought is, I can only see a small number of them here. Does it mean maybe that not the whole group is here, and maybe this is an opportune time to engage?
Do we want to do something to them? Like a prank?
I mean, we could just steal the wheels for spares. I would like to have spare wheels.
Do we all think that that's a funny prank?
Roll stealth.
Well, if you're deciding to get out, you actually stop Scorpion. It sounds like that everyone agrees, yes?
I think so.
We're all gonna steal some wheels.
You get out. Because you crit Juniper, I'm going to tell you this. As you pull the vehicle to a stop and get out to steal some wheels, you don't see any cult members. You don't smell any. There's no people about. And so you walk over to the carts and begin stealing their wheels, which is a fun prank. But also... You also see something with your crit. So you saw the carts. I'm giving you, there's no people. And there's a third thing, which is in front of the carts where they stopped. There is a small hole in the wall. Not like the tunnels you've been traveling down, which are so big that Scorpion can go down them. This is like a person-sized hole. And near it, like above it, essentially, there is what appears to be a dismembered hand nailed to the wall, pointing at the hole.
Bad vibes.
Can I do some kind of roll to tell if that's like a sign for something specific? Like, is this a thing historically we might know? Hand above the door. Don't go in, that room's occupied.
Yeah, history.
Like, is this the historical equivalent of I put a tie on the doorknob?
That's very funny.
10.
11.
4.
14, 11, and 10. I will say that you get above average. You assume that this is some kind of message from whoever's been chopping the bodies up in this tunnel. This is essentially a taunt from the serial killer who is in these tunnels, is what it is. And the Duma cult members saw it and stopped their carts and got out to investigate.
How do we know that they just don't really see flesh people as people?
Who's they?
I don't know, just the plants seem to be trying to eat us, and so then maybe the plants just see us how we see plants. Like cutting down a tree to make a chair. Well, what if we made a chair out of a person? That'd be kind of creepy, but this time it's the trees.
Or just a sign, like it's like, it's like an arrow.
What if they just made a sign out of a hand? Cause we're just stuff.
Yeah. Korvok, gazing at it, goes, "We are all but animals doing what we must to survive," and then gets back to stealing the wheels.
Yeah. You successfully steal the wheels from the wagon. There's not like an incredible amount of space on Scorpion if you're putting all these wheels on here. It's a lot of wheels.
Oh, wait. Oh my god. I'm going to use... Hold on. Sophie, can you say the word?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, you make a small color or mark or symbol appear on an object for surface for 1 hour. Okay, guys, we can leave like a little troll on their wagon if you want, and it'll disappear after an hour. So then they'll be like, "Was it really there?"
Yeah, put a little troll in that wagon.
Okay, what do you want to say? What do you say?
Put a little troll in that wagon.
Okay, little troll.
A little troll.
Drawing of a troll in its dick butt.
Oh, in this universe, there are trolls. Trolls are a thing that exist. No one understood what you were saying.
Okay, I don't want.
Okay, do you guys want to leave a slightly insulting remark on their wagon before we
Yeah,
go?
call them a little troll.
Okay. Is
That's kind of mean to trolls.
Okay. You're a little troll. Okay, let's go.
Got him. Trolls are very big.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like a troll would laugh at that and be like, "Oh," you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of joke I like.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like you're all getting back on Scorpion and leaving.
I mean, do we want to go down the hole?
I mean, the only reason we'd go down the hole is, do we think this is
To die.
where the skeleton, the body part, and whatnot of this?
Yeah,
one
it
is?
probably is, but this is Trap Mountain where everything kills you, so let's leave. It's literally the theme of the biome. There are booby traps, and it's traps. It's traps. It's all there to lure us in.
Dio in character doesn't know that and hasn't told any of us that.
I feel like Korvok's like one of his defining character traits is being unbelievably gullible enough that he was like Vimble's like sidekick. So I feel like he actually would be like, I think we should go.
I know I now have my new Sleagle fighting machine, but I really don't want to put them to the test until I have to.
Can I ask my love bug if they know what's up with that hole?
So I'm trying to remember if we discussed.
Some way to put it.
I think we might have touched on this briefly last episode. The love bugs are also freaked out by all the murdering going on, and there's someone like living in their kind of ecosystem that is killing people, and they're not about it. They eat metal. They're not. They don't eat flesh, and that it's bothering them.
Hey, little buddy, it's okay. Don't be scared. We don't gotta go anywhere you don't want to go. Ow.
Ooh. Can you all roll stealth for me now? Because you've been in this corridor for a while, stealing wheels, and there might be other things in here.
Oh, I crit failed.
Ooh.
18.
So some shit's gotta happen.
I am going to roll proficiency for a disguise as a rock. 18. I'm a rock.
That's nothing. You're not a rock. That's not how disguise kit works. So we have a botch, but the team succeeds. So you are spotted, but you are not caught flat-footed and like stabbed in the back. Basically, what happens is you're all standing around the hole. Like, should we go in? Should we not? Well, we can leave. We have all the wheels. We left a troll message, and then you hear a group of people actually kind of walk up behind you, and you hear a voice behind you say, "So, it's you."
Oh, hey.
You turn around and you see Fortunato, the plasmoid.
Have I met Fortunato since?
Since you were reborn, yeah, Fortunato was there. Fortunato pulled out your gem and then put it back in.
Oh, that's super true, yes. Yes, okay, cool. In that case, Dio's like, oh my god, hey.
But Fortunato is not alone. You see, they have 3 other people in their party who are also plasmoids, slime-based life forms, roughly humanoid in shape when they aren't stretching and squashing. They're also wearing different colored cloaks and hats. And Fortunato says, I told you I was the firstborn in the new world, but I was not the last. Meet my brothers and sisters. And the other plasmoids bow and, curtsy, obnoxiously, mockingly.
I go up and, oh, I got a whole family. And I try to pick up as many as I can in my arms for a big hug.
Sure, as a giant demon moves towards Fortunato, who saw Zana's doll gut somebody, and who saw Vimble being a fucking psychopath, just reflexively thrusts their palm out and casts a spell on all of you, which is poison spray. Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
19.
I don't like that at all.
Ooh. 4.
So the only person who failed takes damage is Korvok. You take 8 damage, which is funny because you're the only person who has no context for this.
Yeah.
Who has no idea why these plasmoids are mad. And so the poison springs out of Fortunato's palm. Peter, it goes around you. You just hold your breath, I guess. Korvok, you get a big nasty breath of poison. And now we are rolling initiative because these plasmoids are here to take you down.
Dio says to Ray, you remember the fighting from before? Well, now it's time for less theory and more practice.
Oh no, you're gonna have so many opportunities to hit me with lightning damage, you plasmoids. My one weakness.
Korvok's like, stop telling them that.
And it is actually Plasmoid's turn. Everyone, Constitution saving throw again as all the Plasmoids begin doing acid splash and poison spray and just essentially coating the team in all kinds of sticky, nasty substances which they use to fight with.
God damn it.
20.
9.
8.
2. Oh, crit fail.
8 damage as this corridor begins filling up with smoke and acid and poison, and they are opening fire on you essentially, and they're not fucking around. And it is Peter's turn.
Peter sits on the ground cross-legged and casts Calm Emotion, which is a 15 charisma saving throw.
All right, I'm gonna roll that 4 times. 21, 1, 21, 20. One of the plasmoids says, "I don't know who you are. You're good." But yeah, it is now Korvok's turn. They also don't know who you are, but they know who Juniper is, and they know who Dio is.
That's not how we introduce ourselves. Let me show you how to do it. And they're sort of in a group away from us, right?
Yeah, they basically you're over by the Dumacult's wagons, and they're over by Scorpion. They were kind of leaning against your ride arrogantly.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, that's not how we do the name game. Let me show you. My name's Korvok. I like pizza and casting spike growth.
That's great. When a creature moves into the area,
Into or within. So it just depends whether they're moving right
let's
now.
say that they're all gonna move on their next turn, basically. But yes, so spike growths begin shooting up out of the ground all around them, and they're now surrounded by these spines and thorns. It's very cool. And Fortunato looks at you, Korvok, and says, "Are you with them? Or like me, are you being taken for a fool?"
I was being taken for a fool, but now, I'm keeping the group together and having us learn and do fun activities.
Dio, it's your turn. Whatever you do, Ray does one as well. So you just double dip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was basically saying I was going to turn to Ray and be like, do this, and sort of show how to do finger guns and what happens when you do it. And instinctively hoping that Ray would have the same spells, I guess. Cool. So I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast at a different slime than Fortunato. Because I like Fortunato. 21.
Definitely hits.
11 damage.
All right. You return fire.
Should I roll raise as well?
Yep.
Okay. 22
Yep.
for 12 damage.
Nice. So the whole tunnel just like erupts in gunfire from eldritch blasts and poison sprays and acid splashes. Everyone's just going bananas on each other. And Fortunato says, "We know you're killing people in these tunnels. We won't let you escape."
Whoa, hey, whoa. That's not us. We thought it was you.
Yeah, we're trying to solve all the murders in the tunnels.
You ask the metal ant.
Also, we like to make I feel statements around here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like you're falsely accusing us of murdering people in tunnels.
Juniper, it's your turn.
I was gonna do just like a big damage attack, but I'm now like, can I do anything better for this? Nah, I'm just gonna attack Fortunato with a guiding bolt. Does 8 hit?
It does not, no.
No.
You fire a guiding bolt. Fortunato like squishes their body out of the way. You know, like basically turns into a big letter C as the beam shoots where they used to be, and it's very funny.
Well, that's not hitting you. Yeah, this place is weird. The trees are having dreams about everyone dying. There's like a hand stuck to a wall. It's fucked up down here, and we didn't do that.
I think I have all the pieces, and I would like to roll investigation for Dio to try to figure out what I figured out.
Okay, let's wait till we get back to you, because actually, what I want to say here is, Fortunato says, "When we met, I told you I wanted to go on this journey to protect Arabella, but that's not enough. We have to stop people like you from coming here. I will get to the traitor god, and I will force him to create his new ecosystem above the hole to the old world and seal it off."
Huh.
Everyone, Constitution saving throw as the whole corridor fills with gas and poison as the plasmoid family opens up on you.
What kind of damage would that be, my G?
Acid.
Crit.
Another 19
reverse
to
card.
once again dodge the fog.
It's time to absorb elements.
Peter's just so chill that it doesn't even. He's just he's meditating, cross-legged on the ground.
So I think that as a spell, how this works is that Dio is coated in it, basically, because it says that in absorb elements, it says next time that you use a melee attack, you discharge this damage. So I kind of think that it's like a coating over Dio, rather than becoming Dio's whole new type.
Yeah, that's your flavor is you have a thin candy coating, and Korvok's is he sucks it into his sword.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And then there's
Awesome.
green lightning that's sort of crackling around my sword. It doesn't make any
cool.
sense, but it's cheap to animate.
That's cute as fuck.
All of the plasmoids are advancing on you now, arms thrust forward as they fire on the group, and so they're going to take damage from your brambles here. 6 damage on each of them as the spike growth Korvok cast rips at their gooey flesh. And we're back to Peter. You're sitting on the ground. You have achieved a meditative state, apparently.
Y'all need to chill. Sometimes, when I'm really upset, I like to take a nap, and then when I wake up, I come back to the fight a little bit more clear-headed. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sleep on you. Okay, 5d8.
Okay, yeah, cast sleep.
29.
Hell yeah. One of the plasmoids falls down asleep.
The one with the highest amount of health?
Lowest amount of health.
No, I thought it says affecting in ascending order. Oh, so that's lowest to highest?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay,
it'd
never
be
mind.
a terrible spell if it's.
That's why I wasn't doing it, because I was like, this spell sucks. No, it's fine. Okay, cool.
When one of the plasmoid siblings falls over, Fortunato turns to you, and they were like, "Okay, we'll shoot Juniper and Dio, who we know better than you. We don't really know who you are." But now Fortunato fixes their gaze on you and says, "I saw you, demon. You didn't know. Those were our bonded creatures. You controlled their minds. I felt that.
My bad. Sorry. I didn't know.
Yep, the 4 Brian on the surface are the 4 mounts for these plasmoids. That's how Fortunato caught up. After leaving you on the beach, they went back to get their siblings from the central settlement, and they got some Brians, and then they flew east. And they're
They're flying the eagles to Mount Doom.
literally, yeah. I was thinking that, like, how could they catch up?
They're gonna beat the whole race.
Brians aren't long distance flyers, so they're not going to immediately win. But yeah, this is a significant threat to your place in the race.
To be fair on my end, as soon as I found out they weren't about it, I let them go. I think it's okay to make mistakes.
This group is nothing but mistakes.
That doesn't mean we're not valid.
Korvok, it's your turn.
No, I can't do that. All right, yeah, and I don't want to use my last spell slot for this. I'm just going to go up to Fortunato, and I'm going to attack him with both of my short swords. I have an extra attack. So 15.
That hits.
And that deals 10 piercing damage.
Nice.
And 22.
Nice.
Which deals 5. And then I think there's another thing. And I because I have my fighting style is 2-weapon fighting, I can add my ability modifier to the damage for the second attack.
So you rush forward and begin slashing at the goo people, and your blades do not cut through them in the way you might be accustomed to cutting flesh. They seem to have some kind of resistance to blades, being goo without blood, and whatever wounds you're making on them are not the same kind of wounds that a person like you would suffer. So it does still hurt, but in a different way, you think, and not as bad of a way.
Right.
Yeah. And so these plasmoids are advancing. They're shooting, poison and acid, and we are at Dio and Ray again.
Oh, sorry. Extra 5 poison damage, I guess, from the absorb elements too.
I say the first round here, Gail was just shocked, what the fuck is happening? But now that she sees everyone is kung fu fighting, she pulls out her guitar and starts strumming a song. She's gonna cast a spell on this turn, I will say.
Hell yeah.
I would like to roll investigation to put together some things that I've seen.
All right, let's solve the puzzle.
I crit.
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Boom.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but let's begin. What do you think you know?
Dio goes into their mind palace and says, and emerges from the mind palace going, "Wait, everyone stop. This is a trap. We're being tricked into fighting. Everything we've seen has been traps. And this is a trap as well. The mountain is somehow trying to make us all kill each other."
I will say with a crit, you are correct so far. Everything you've said is true. I will say this. The voice, a little voice in your head. Continue. We'll see what else you got.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just speaking to you, Austin. So I feel like the plants were actually a strangely good lure for Juniper specifically, because they were all really upset about something, and they're plants who are upset. So she would obviously get intrigued by that, right?
I will say that nothing here is customized to the party. A god made this completely independent, and it would have been this way no matter who you brought, I will say.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, we can play 20 questions. You want to buy a vowel?
Are we being farmed?
So I feel so. Okay, I'm just gonna talk through what I've got. Right, there were the Brians turned out to be the plasmoid mounts. But I was thinking about the Brians being pitcher plants and how a pitcher plant draws you in and then digests you, and I was thinking about the mountain being kind of like alive with its like giant ant colony and its root system and its consciousness between all of the plants. And so I was thinking that the mountain is trying to draw us all in to digest us, like a big sarlacc pit.
Yeah, there's an element of that. I will say with a crit, I will say like you open your mind's eye and you're picturing this whole biome, and it's like an ant farm. And, you see an ant farm from the side. There's all these tunnels, and there's like you could see at the bottom like the queen, and the top there might be like the little surface, and you're picturing the inner workings, like the clockwork mechanism of someone entering, being scared of the ants who are actually harmless, being killed by the trees that are actually dangerous, and then when you die, you drop your sword and your shield, and then the ants eat it because they eat metal. And so, there's like a symbiotic trap relationship here between all the elements. And there's more, stuff going on you haven't seen yet. There's more elements of the biome.
I think Dio says, if we all go together down into the mountain, I think I'll be proven right. And I can't explain why yet. Because I crit. So I'm taking an intuition here.
Yeah. I think everyone stops fighting to listen to you say these things that make a lot of sense. And Fortunato says, down to the bottom. How do we get there?
Oh my god, I got a little love bug. He'll take us there. Come on. We're they, them. They don't have a gender. That was on me, sorry.
I trust Dio's plan implicitly, because only in a world that is entirely made of traps could all of the plants be full of murder fantasies. That is a world that is designed to be a trap, if ever I've heard of one.
Gail has her like finger, which is like has a bird talon on it. Her nails end in like sharp points, poised on the string of her guitar as if like it's a loaded gun, and she slowly takes it off and says, yeah, we were actually on our way apparently back to some kind of fork in the road, and there's a way to go down. And Fortunato like nods and says, if you want us to trust you, we need a hostage.
I'll go as hostage.
And Ray looks at you and goes, no, I want to. You always get to do the fun stuff.
Ray, this isn't fun. This is about creating safety. And I am going to prove that my hunch is right by going as the hostage.
All right. So if everyone wants to roll hit dice to do a short rest here, the plasmoids heal up as well. Everyone holsters their weapon, but you're gonna have to stand at the plasmoids, Dio, and one of them has a hand to your back to shoot you in the gem if you do something.
I understand that you want to close off Arabella. And I understand why you want it. But I think your reasoning is flawed.
Juniper's just quietly in the background being like, not so sure about that. Maybe.
So I'm actually going to show my hand a little bit as the GM of this game we're playing. When I pitched this season's premise, first I said Tarkovsky's Stalker, and then I was like, oh, that's a inaccessible reference. What I meant to say was Wizard of Oz. So everyone's on a journey across a strange land to get a prize from the wizard. But also every NPC has their own reason for doing what they're doing, and they all conflict and they all have their own goals they want in mind. And I genuinely don't know how this shakes out. There's with the party and all the NPCs, there's over a dozen people who are all trying to get something out of this, and only really one person can win. And the kind of idea is whatever happens, we will play in that ecosystem in a future season. Not next season. I need time because we will go from the last episode of this season when it's decided to episode 1 the week after, and that's not enough time to prepare. But that's the stakes.
Awesome.
Okay. So I do a little dance. It's a little jig. It's very wobbly. In order to make Fortunato and Fortunato's siblings feel included in this dance. So everyone gets an extra 1d6 of health because they're so invigorated by the union of this dance.
In fact, you have Song of Rest as a bard, which is why that you get extra healing. You know who else is a bard? Is the guitarist in the group. Everyone gets an additional D6 of healing from Gail's Song of Rest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so Peter dances and Gail strums as everyone patches themselves up and gets on the Scorpion. Sorry, Scorpion. This is going to keep happening. You've done this to me so many times this season. And you all begin to descend down into the depths of the tunnels. You eventually make your way back to the fork, and this time you go down. Does anyone want to say or do anything before you get there? This is like, possibly the last chance before something pops off.
This is where Lovebug knows the map, right?
No, so Lovebug was going to take you back to the Queen. That's like one area on, like, if you imagine like having a list of locations, there's up, down, straight ahead, Queen, and now Murder Tunnel, I guess you can add to that, where the hand was nailed to the wall.
If I may, can I make a map of what the Lovebug does know for everybody else in case we get lost?
You don't have cartographer's tools, so you'll roll with disadvantage.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Just a d20. You don't have proficiency.
Not 20 and a 19, so...
Fuck me sideways. That is so funny. If I hadn't given you disadvantage, you just critting on your first cartography roll would have been so funny.
I don't think I literally ever did a successful map.
Somewhere else in the tunnels, Vimble falls to his knee and is just like, oh, I can sense I'm being owned. Oh my god.
Curses. He punches a wall and then hurts his hand.
That's very funny. Yeah, you make a great map. You don't get the crit, but you do get the 19. And so if for whatever reason Lovebug becomes unavailable, you will not lose that information. I want to say something else here, which is that while you're making this map by Ray's light, Gail sees it and says, yeah, you know why Vimble was set up here, right?
No.
Like, I'm sure that he wanted his family wanted him to learn if there was anything here that they could exploit. But also, maps are important for a lot of reasons. Like, for example, military campaigns.
Oh. Okay, please don't use this map for military campaigns.
And I kind of try to hide it away from Gail.
Juniper once again looks over at this scene, looks at Fortunato, and is like,
And then Korvok says no, that doesn't make any sense. 'Cause he was saying that he wanted to set up sort of strategic outposts at each area to sort of defend. Oh, wait a second. Okay.
I mean, Gail says, I don't even know if he knew. That's why they sent him. I'm just saying that if there's something up here worth taking, they're gonna send people with swords to take it. And so they need to know where the high ground is, if you catch my drift.
I want to make a fake map that leads to the wrong place. It says, real map, do not take, especially if you are a baby.
I think the idea of ending this season by sending bad intel back to trip up colonizers is good and funny, and exactly the idea I had that when I was thinking of my own campaign. It's what would my character want to do?
Oh, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Can I make a fake map, please? And just keep leaving them in different parts of the tunnels?
I mean, yeah, Juniper has definitely expressed out loud some maybe if no one else could get up here, maybe this place would stay okay vibes.
We can go through this. Gail wants to be rich so she can take care of her community. Vimble wants to impress his parents. Red just wants power up here. Buddy who just wants to hang out with animals. Laser wants to make a farm for the cult and kill Juniper is another important element of his motivation. Sprinkles wants to be free of her creator. Zana is just a narcissist, and so who knows what narcissists want at any given time. Walter wants to win. Walter is purely motivated by having won this competition. It doesn't even matter what they get out of it if they win.
I like that one. I'm just here to win. I like that.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Like one of those people where you play like flag football and they fucking pile drive you and break your bones. Would not have any experience with that. Sorry, Dennis, about your wrist. I didn't mean it. I got excited. Scorpion goes down into the tunnels. I think you probably pass a couple more body parts. I'm not even gonna make you roll perception. Just like there's a bump as your wheels roll over something. You look over the side and there's just a severed leg, and you just continue on.
Did the Brian eat it?
The Brian have been told to stay up on the surface.
Oh.
They did not chase you down. In fact, when you used animal friendship on 2 of the Bryans, the 2 that weren't affected, when I said their body language changed and they started communicating, what I was, in my mind was like, they switched souls with 2 of the plasmoids. You know what I'm saying? Like in that moment,
Nice.
they were plasmoids, and we're like, what the fuck's going on?
Hell yeah.
In hindsight, that's what happened when they attacked you. And that's why immediately they started looking for you and chased you down later.
Oh, okay.
Dio, quite upbeat about the situation, is saying to Fortunato, this is my first time being a hostage. Is this your first time taking a hostage?
Fortunato, their expression's hard to read, but you get some sadness, some ambient sadness, because they like you, Dio. Like, you seem like you have best of intentions, and
I'm glad.
You had that moment where they took out your gem to try to understand what's going on, but like seeing Zana, like their whole thing, Fortunato was just like, fuck it, I am now in Terminator mode. And so the tunnel ends, and you see up ahead there is something shining under Ray's light, and you all pile out of the vehicle and walk towards it. And what it is at the end of this tunnel is a dead end, and there is a giant door, a double door, in fact, which appears to be plated gold.
Is it locked?
I think you need to investigate it. The door is the height of the tunnel. It's a ginormous door. It doesn't have any handle or lock that you can see, but it is covered in writing and pictures. Do any of you speak giant?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yep.
It's funny because like I said, this was always going to be like this no matter what the group was. Like, I didn't make this giant because you're playing a Goliath. And you see written in giant on this golden door, it says, "Speak my name," in giant.
My name?
Yep, that's the Lord of the Rings joke. Speak, friend, and enter. But no, this golden door has like pictures on it. You've seen something like this in the reliquaries before, where it'll have pictures of gods.
Yeah.
There is like.
Should we roll religion?
That's what I was gonna say. There's some pictures here that seem to be a hint, a clue to this puzzle door.
Can I try rolling religion? 12.
Korvok with a 12. You look at these and you see that there are the deities on it are basically, they line up with what Dio was saying. Dio crit earlier to kind of figure out the situation. I don't know how far I want to go here with a 12. I will say Dio was correct about about the nature of this biome. The question is, who created it? What god gave their life for it, and their lineage. And you see, this is decorated with all kinds of gods. With a 12, I can't give you the name, unfortunately, but there are a bunch of pictures of people here who are related to what Dio said. If you say one of their names, the doors will open.
Like, do I know do I not know, which god did it, but can I, know, what all the gods are, or, what their names are, and, have to pick one, or is it,
No, because then you could just say each of them.
Oh, yeah. Huh, okay.
But yeah, there's a bunch of figures. I will say, here's what I'll describe a couple. There's one that appears to be a giant, which may be why it was written in giant. There's one that just seems to be like a human. There's one that is a kind of insect person, like an anthropomorphic insect. There's one who appears to be a monkey or like a chimp of some kind. And that's what I'll give you so far. Is that
Pokemon? There's starter Pokemon?
No.
Okay. So yeah, we've got
So we got a beetle, a monkey, and what else?
A person and a giant.
A giant.
So if we know anything, like, we need characters to figure things out, right?
I mean, you could definitely just say like, we don't have all the information here. We got to go do more investigation. We got to solve more puzzles. There's some other locations, or something else could happen.
If I'm right, these are gods of trickery.
Oh shit! It's the Monkey King. Monkey King.
Maybe the plants will know the god's name, touches some plant roots, and has another vision of everything being terrible.
Mari, I also think it's Sun Wukong, but I don't have a way to get Dio to say Sun Wukong.
Juniper, when you touch the roots, because there are roots hanging down here, presumably
They tell you Sun Wukong.
No. It's funny. It's much worse.
Yeah.
You see blood and bones and suffering and severing, and then you see from the perspective of something, like you see out of something's eyes, and you see it walking slowly down the corridor, following the tracks of Scorpion.
Awesome. That's my favorite thing.
Hey, everyone. If we're gonna work out this thing's name, we need to work it out quick, because it sure seems like something's coming this way, maybe.
I just want to point out that to plants, we're the food. Okay.
Could I try history or try and do a different kind of knowledge roll?
Can I roll for drugs? Find some drug.
Oh my
Some
god.
drug.
Oh my god. This is involved. Are you going to go on a vision quest as...
Oh my god, no, can I take my drug to increase my... No, because we haven't defined it yet, and that's too off the rails.
No, that's what I said. Are you going to go on a vision quest?
Yeah, I'm going on a vision quest. I'm taking it, but you have to tell me, because it's supposed to give me plus on some stats and negative on others. I was thinking insight, because that's a very drug-like thing. You know, you're like, who am I? And perception, and then animal handling, because that just makes you vibe with animals. Those three, and the rest go down. Is that cool?
So I think the way this episode ends is something's coming for you. Something's been dismembering dozens of people. It's going to corner you against a giant impenetrable door. And suddenly, Peter, you sit down and you start rolling up a fatty. And you're like, hold on, I got this.
I just sit down on the ground, cross-legged, take out my underwater mushrooms I had that make my perception, insight, and animal handling go up, and the rest go down violently. And I'm just like, I got this, don't worry about it. And I just lay down on the earth, ready.
I saw a spark against the dark, and we erupt, but it's a slow burn. We take our chance and start to dance, can see enough to know to turn around. The sound of a bonfire carries over fences, titillates our senses, but we don't need the heat. A chill wind is pushing you into me, and it's looking like we might be burning down. But we're a bonfire, we keep putting in. Oh, we're a bonfire, I keep putting